Boom. All right, should be live. Let me find the stream. Can post it in a chat. Oh yeah, my videos. There's got to be a better way of me doing this, but what's been happening anyway? Oh, you're watching it. There you go. You've got it up.
Yeah, I'm just trying to... Oh, here we go.
Late night edition. Oh, what happened there? All right, we're in. Boom. Potty time. Yeah, anybody that's up this late watching it live, please seek help. Yeah. What's been happening, Tods? Welcome to the podcast.
Thanks, mate. Good to be back.
Is it good to be back, mate?
It's good to be back on the pod.
Oh, yes. I'm
tough week, but
mate, I'm
right.
I'm surprised that you reached out to me and said, "Hey, pod tonight," because yeah, I figured you would not want to be talking about fantasy footy, given how your matchup went.
I can't complain with it's not like I lost by 400 points, you know. So
Nah,
I'm all right. I took a lot of positives out of the negative, I guess you could say.
that's unlike you, mate. You're usually throwing out the white flag on a Thursday, saying it's fucking no chance here.
I also needed Marcel to like me because I did first aid with him last night. So
throw him a here's a little victory, and you flick me a pass mark, and you know how it is.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
There you go.
Shout out to Marcel, actually. He's doing a great thing. And it was the best first aid course I've done. So,
what's his first aid training called? Plug it on the pod. Can be our first.
Shit. It's called First Aid Online or something.
I think so. I googled it to try to boost its rankings. But anyway, we're not here to talk about Marcel's first aid thing. We're here to talk fantasy footy, mate. And there's a few teams that are on life support based on some of these round 9 scores. That's what they call a segue in the potty business. 295 is the lowest score of the round, and my God, there were a few other shockers. We'll get to them. We'll start off with your matchup, mate. It was about the hottest matchup going around. Could be a nice little Could be a nice little grand final preview. I think this was probably the highest scoring one of the year, like for both sides. You know,
yeah, it was.
So,
yeah,
mate, talk me through your boys. Who were you happy with? Who were you taking out to the sheds and whipping with a belt after the game?
Well, in all honesty, I thought I had the game won with Matt Burton, and then Papali'i come along and Offa Hengawi, keep going, Ruben Garrick. Yeah, Pango Jr. just kept hitting, kept getting hit. But no, look, Tuolangi let me down in the end, really. 18, not good enough.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's been very disappointing all year. He's not really delivered. I think that you got a bit unlucky. I mean, Ramian got sin binned. If the Sharks weren't already down to 12 players, I think that's a send-off. I think that head contact was way worse than what our fullback did, the old coat hanger.
Also, Ramian scored the last try, so
True.
That killed me.
And I think Talakai was looking pretty good as well. And I think if we had been actually, up on men, he probably would have, scored a try or something there. But because Sharks were pretty red hot. But you're not.
Yeah, he missed a he lost out on a try assist as well from a forward pass. So
true.
Get that, and Ramian doesn't score. Different story. And if I played lane, which I was going to do, I win. So
over to
look, honestly, I can't complain too much, to be honest. 449 and losing, it's more frustrating than anything. Yeah,
mate. At the end of the day, you want to be there scoring good points in finals. So it's better to lose with 449 than to win with 262 points. Not that anyone's won with 262 points, but I just thought I'd put that out there. To be fair,
I have the second highest points in the league too. So
yeah, to be fair to Marcel, your 18 from Tuolagi was balanced out by his 22 from Radley, plus Cody Walker, 22. So it's pretty impressive that he actually pulled the wool over you there. It's definitely down to basically 4 players. But
he probably had his best game of the year. His best matchup of the year, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, look, it's tough break, mate. And I respect your positivity and positive outlook on the whole thing. But, yeah.
I will say there was some negative talk from one disgraced ex-commissioner.
Oh, really?
Which I believe you would have had something to do with.
Me?
Had you written all over it. So.
No, what did he say?
Yeah. Let me just find it. Hold on a second.
I actually don't think I have anything to do with this. Legitimately.
This is what he says. Hasn't spoken to him about 3 weeks.
It's a text message to you, is it? Or?
Yeah, SNS. Yeah. Mate, got to feel bad about your week in fantasy. Never a chance. You've got to be better than that. Time to pick up your game.
I can see why you think it would have something to do with me, because it's basically like it's like a carbon copy of my comment on, I think, that Jesse post from the week before.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I appreciate that he's taken on my comedy stylings and turned it into his own thing. I had nothing to do with that, mate. But I appreciate the banter from the ex-commissioner. But I'm quite glad that we have a winning commissioner, 459, who's taking us to bigger and better places. I all hail Chief Marcel, the best commissioner ever, mate. The first year, do you not remember the video I made about how Kyle was the world's worst commissioner? Do you remember that one?
No, the only video I ever remember you making is about pretending to be the lone scout and mocking one of the most disgraceful videos I've ever seen.
Oh, don't bring up the lone scout. We're better than that.
Did we know who that was?
I think certain people know. I thought it was the dumbest shit ever. So I was like, okay. I'm like, I don't even care. It was
frustrating times.
I'm like, yeah. I had other shit to deal with. I was
losing another championship.
I wasn't even a hope in that first year. I was too busy. I think that was back in the day when I just had my DSLR camera. And I remember when I made the first ever Stobie's draft rundown or whatever. And I basically one-taked it. And I had the script written out. And I had it on my TV, right? So I had the TV set up behind my camera. And I'd put all this text for my Stobie's draft rundown into like a teleprompter app. So it's running through it. And I think I went through it like 3 times or 4 times before I finally got a good take. I kept fucking up. I was just like, oh man. But that was gold. That was good stuff. OG videos. Oh man. And we all look so young.
It'd be interesting to watch it actually.
Those were the days. I'll tag you. All right. Anyway, moving along. Good matchup for Marcel. Not so much for you, but hope ahead. Speaking of there being no hope ahead, Chris finally has come back down to earth. 299. Not good enough. My lowest score of the year, and I won by like 84 points or some shit. So, not a bad effort from the boys.
I find it really interesting that we had a debate. Like, we didn't have a debate, but we had a big discussion on Sneds and his low scores, and then you come out and beat him with a relatively low score.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's. Even if he had scored like his standard 350, like 299 is really low for him. He was winning with like 360, 370. So yeah, I mean, fuck, if he had beat me, there wouldn't be a podcast this week, mate. I just would have been out in the bush, just thinking about my life.
He hasn't reached the heights. He hasn't reached the heights of 385 much this season, so.
That's his highest score, mate. 385. He's busting out the expensive champagnes at home when he hits that.
So for yourself, a big blow with Pappenhausen, but I know what you're going to do. So
yeah, I mean the plan's already in place. I mean, like I played Drinkwater in this matchup because I didn't want to drop him because he'd been scoring quite well. He didn't have his best game this round, and it turned out Brown was obviously the better play against Penrith. So go figure. But the logic was sound. Brown will go back in a half. Drinky down a winger fullback, and the sooner I can get Sutton out of my side, the better, mate. So,
fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, Pappenhausen is a blow. But
You've got 3 big injuries actually. Oh, 2. Sorry, 2.
Yeah, well, Curran's been out. Olaquatu's been suspension injury last week. He was a laid out. Shout out to Marcel for letting me know about that one. Not that it mattered in the end, but it's been a bit of an injury crisis. Turbo has come back at the perfect time, and we're no stranger to a winger fullback injury here at Just Pap It In. So we'll take Ryan's injury in our stride. Not that striding is very easy for Pappenhausen to do at the moment, given his 2 leg injuries, but it is what it is. I was very happy with Carrigan though, 66. He was huge on his return. Sutton's
You and Aitken was good too before he got
until he got knocked the fuck out. I would have hit that's fair. I would have got over 400, I think, potentially. Can't remember how many minutes. Maybe about 20. Would you say that he got knocked out? There was about 20 minutes left or something. Because I think they had 10 minutes. Where Ramia went off.
It was about the 47th minute.
Oh,
or about the 53rd or something.
Yeah, earlier. Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure he scored a try, or maybe he didn't.
No, he didn't score a try.
I can't remember.
So yeah.
Yeah, but it was early in the second half.
Yeah. I was pretty dirty on Sutton and Arrow. Arrow was very quiet, so not good. Over for Sneds though. I was pretty happy with all his boys. Johnston 6. I think that was the Friday night game or the Thursday night game. Maybe it was Thursday night. It was Rabbits versus.
I think it was Friday night.
Rabbits versus Broncos. It was an early game, and he got 19 and a 6, and I got a 66 from Carrigan, and I basically thought, okay, I think I've got it from here. I think it's in the bag. So Let me refresh it in case the sides have updated. Yeah, 19 and a 6. No good. Yeah, it didn't get much better.
What do you think Chris needs to do for his side?
Well, he needs Mitchell back, for sure.
Yeah, but is that going to save him? Is that enough?
No, I mean he's got issues all over the board. I mean he's got like King on his bench, and King's been like okay. What's he averaging? He's averaging 43.7. He's playing off the bench. You know, maybe he'll eventually be a gun. I mean, yeah, he's had that unfortunate issue where he's like, if you have a look at his side, it's not that strong, but he's been winning. But it's like a gift and a curse because he's ranked so high, he doesn't get any good waivers. So yeah, it's just he's not going to get anyone good, and his side's not going to improve. So yeah, really, he's getting stitched himself.
And I also feel like he has nothing to trade with. If he trades, he has to lose something to maybe gain not as much.
Exactly. I mean, he's got like if I'm interested in his players, I mean, if I'm looking at him, I may be interested in a Mitchell. I'm trying to grab him while he's injured. Hughes potentially, but there's halves are pretty, easy to get a hand off. I'm not really interested in anyone else. I mean, Kikau maybe.
That's what I mean,
I mean, Marshall King has been pretty good at hooker. But yeah, I mean, and
it's got a good average, I think.
Yeah, so it's like at the same time, like it's hard. Like it's hard for him to kind of work with, like a trade, because he's gonna have to get rid of someone good, and then at the same time, like if you're trying to trade with him, like sometimes I'll look at teams, right, and they've only got one player that I want, and it's like, I mean, as soon as I try to offer him a trade, it's like, well, how the fuck am I going to make that work if I'm trying to take their only good player, like... Yeah, it's not easy to approach. There hasn't really been many trades. I can't even remember when the last trade was this year.
No. It's not been a few rounds.
Very quiet. I can't... Yeah, I made a trade at the start of the year for Brown. That's one. I think Marty and Jesse, they traded. They did that Bird for Munster. I can't really remember any others. So, yeah.
There's only been 4.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, not a big year for trades. All right, well, we better speed it up because we're on Zoom and they've limited us to 40 minutes now, so good on them. 413, Jesse, Kirsty 307. So, mate, the fantasy gods taketh and then they giveth, because Jesse had his mate, what's his mate from Manly that got fucking sent off the week before?
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yep.
Yeah,
Lawton.
Yeah, Lawton, and then Lord, like the Lord giveth, Will Kennedy sent off -6. So they've made good, and Jesse's come out there with the dub, and not that it probably needed Will Kennedy sent off. He still probably would have won quite easily. But yeah. I think, did he? No. I had to refresh because it had Haas in his side. Did not play, but yeah, that didn't happen. Tupanua, 11. Oof. I think he was probably thinking, I'm pretty fucked here when that happened. But yeah, Munster came out big, and then obviously Kirsty's winger fullbacks happened. So what did you like here, mate?
Munster 80. I thought Brian Toto coming back 44 was pretty good. Reece Robson. Is it Reece Robson?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Interesting, like Robson and Cotter, they both dabble in the hooker role there at the Cowboys. And they both pretty much scored the same. Jazz Tavanga, 50. Terry Evans is just trying so hard to keep Kirsty's team in the comp. 65. But yeah, a couple of subpar scores, and especially her wing fullbacks and centre. Just cost her in the end.
Yeah, just looking at her side, I mean, the forwards, a few of the scores aren't super, but and she's got some decent scores on her bench. But yeah, the issue is the fact that she's only got Ravalawa and Kennedy. There's no one else there in contention. And I mean, like, not to pump my own tyres, but Todd's is off and gone. He's disappeared.
Sorry.
You have to get a little snack. Like, not to pump my own tyres, but if you have a look at my forwards versus hers, right? Would you say my forwards are better?
Are we talking names or are we talking actual stats?
I mean, both. Like, I would say mine are better in both.
Yeah, I'd say that too.
And then my backs are better too. Like I don't see where she gets her wins from, because
well, to be fair, you are coming first and haven't lost. Or you've lost one. Kirsty's coming last.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can see where there is some there's not many similarities between those two sides.
Okay. Well, part of my original point was going to say, like, say her forwards can kind of like compare, like on a good day, like they might beat them. But if you have a look at her backs, they're nowhere. I mean, Cherry Evans, but from the centre down, it's not great. So
needs something from them.
Yeah, 100%. She needs a miracle.
Jesse's team. Like, Jesse's team is balanced across the whole park.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say
they're all pretty similar scores.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say she's not doing waiver claims. Yeah, Jesse's got some okay stuff happening. Speaking of waivers, I probably need to drop a couple plebs. I haven't even been bothered because I'm top of the ranks, so I'm not going to get anyone good.
For the pops.
Yes, I believe that's a British show, mate. We only watch video hits and rage here in Australia.
Sorry, pop stars.
Moving on to another matchup. This one was an absolute barn burner. Cricket score for days. Kyle Newman 505. Exactly when he didn't need it. 295.
Yeah.
Austin Brooks.
We'll not get close again.
So I'm having a look at Austin's side. Started out so promising, 61 from Croker, and then it just gets worse as you scroll down. So,
Ben Hunt 13. Wow.
Yeah, no, not good. And he drafted him pretty highly, I'm gonna say. So, yeah.
He's been good though. I'll admit he's been pretty good.
His average is down to 45.2, which isn't great for a half. It's pretty average.
He's almost on less than half a point a minute too, so it's pretty low. Actually, I take it all back. He hasn't been that good.
Not good at all. I mean, looking at the rest of his side, Hess, that's not going to cut it. Takiaho, he's playing off the bench, and he only scored 44 with a try, I believe. Don't know. I mean, he's struggling at the moment. He's got Fafita out still. Schuster came back for one game, and now he's got some niggle. So, yeah, tough times for him.
Yeah, but I don't think Fafita's enough to save him, much like Sned's. Fafita's very much on the outer of the Titans. They don't even know where they're going to play him.
Are you willing to lock in Austin for a bottom 4 position at this point?
Yes.
Oof. Heard it here first. Kyle's side.
Everything here first.
Kyle's side. All you need to know, Nico Hines, 132 points. Boom. Done. game over.
That's it. He nearly beat him with one player.
Mate, anytime a player scores 130 fucking 2, just give up. Just turn off your TV and just go for a walk. You know, get some perspective because that's a tough one to come up against. 63 from Guff. So yeah, he's
Big scores.
his fucking winger fullbacks went for a combined 195. Amazing.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Elliot, he picked him up the week before.
Yeah,
51. He's been playing a bit of hooker.
I think he got lucky with Cam McInnes as well. With he started at lock, so
yeah, I think he's back. Is he back to the bench?
no, because Hammond-Ueli's out, not playing.
Okay. Yeah, it's interesting though.
So Finucane plays forward.
I still don't have any idea what their real plan is with him at the moment. But yeah, I mean, basically pretty amazing across the board for Kyle. But as his upcoming opponent, I'm more than happy that he's got all these good scores out of the way. And you know what's the worst? I just realised is that I'm captaining Hines in my Supercoach side, and I'm going to come up against him with Kyle. So yeah, that's annoying. I want him to go good as a Sharks fan and a Supercoach captainer, but he's just going to wreck me. But to be fair, I can afford to lose a draft matchup, but I don't want to.
You got Cleary and Hines to look after.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, I was going to say he's got Turbo.
McInnes is on the bench, by the way, so you might be lucky there.
I was going to say he's got Turbo and Pappy to worry about, but he doesn't, does he? So Turbo and Drinkwater. Right. Yeah, fucking cop that, mate. All right, this was a pretty low-scoring affair. 2 sub-400 scores. And I'm pretty sure... Oh, we got 10 minutes to go. There we go. And I'm pretty sure Rhett owes all his success to Harry Grant. So, yeah, 91 points.
82.
Teague Wilton. Yeah, on his bench.
Yeah, you got 82.
On his bench.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I've got the...
Refresh.
Yeah, sorry, mate.
Refresh. Yeah, he would have been on for a big score because he's got Targo in his edge 22 and Gilbert 32. So, yeah, he cost himself a good 50 to 60 points there.
He's taken the Chad Townsend Kool-Aid and he's come up trumps 52. Did he play him or not?
Chad Townsend?
Yeah.
Rat? No. Rat's got Schneider. What are you talking about?
Okay. No, it's not working to update for me.
Oh, okay. Oh, he must have taken the Kool-Aid this week. Yeah. So 91 from Grant, Madison 65, and then Clemmer 59, and then it was all downhill. Yeah, I see it now. He's playing Chad Townsend this coming week.
Well, Manu got 59 as well. Best score of the year.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. But Marzu 13, 23 Adokar, 23 Schneider, 22 yeah, so he
Mars who?
Marcel. So yeah, very up and down from him. And then Mike Martin, T-Marie Martin 3. He's got to
Martin.
He has got to go. If he's not gone, I don't know what's going on down there in the Mike Snedden household. Moses 51. He was pretty good considering that was against the Panthers. So was Mahoney or Marnie, however you say his name. But yeah, Liam Martin 27, and then 3. Not good. Any thoughts?
Nah, just Rhett needs to change his name, I think.
He's digging up, mate. Oh, he's already dug up. He's in the top 4. Yeah, there you go. You're right. When he made that meme about being in the top 4, I didn't actually realise he was in the top 4. When I look, I'm like, oh, he's just dreaming. And then I looked at it, I was like, oh, There you go. Fucking
He
miracle.
showed he was in the top 4 last week.
Miracles do happen. Oh, there you go. It's the dream is alive. All right, last matchup. 346 Marty. Jared 410, second place in the league. Oof. The big dog himself. Thoughts here, Toto?
Yeah. Reynolds, Tedesco scoring well. May as well. But other than that, there's not much. There's not a lot to be happy about, I wouldn't say. Tony Staggs only got 16.
Yeah, it's interesting because Reynolds
really,
Reynolds looked really good for the Broncos, and they had a very good victory, but fucking Stags done nothing, mate.
yeah.
Absolutely nothing.
To be honest, there's not much else to look at all apart from those 3 scores.
Yeah.
But when you come up against a player, like when you come up against a team like Marty's, that's all you need, you know?
Marty's my only loss. Believe it or not.
That's right. See?
Yeah.
There you go.
Marty's a giant killer. So, yeah, it just takes
For
one
Marty.
wing.
For Marty, you know, Hastings top scorer to 51. Connor Tracy, lucky not to get a hat trick, but 50, that's pretty good. Did he play Connor Tracy?
No. Tracy's not in his side at the
He
moment.
must have.
So, yeah.
Okay, he's got him in. Yeah, was he played Coates or something?
Yeah. Yeah, Coates and Rapiner, 24 and 30. So, yeah. When your top score's 51, I think, yeah, you're not going to have a huge score, but he's got a lot of mid-30s and a lot of 40s. So, not good. That 81 from Teddy really did Jared good. Yeah, because he's basically got the same kind of middling scores. And it was just those big ones that kind of boosted him up. So, credit to him. Second place. He's holding strong.
Teddy had a lot of those points in the first half, actually.
Mate, I don't know if you've looked at the Roosters draw. Look it up right now, and tell me what you think. Like coming up the next 6 or 7 weeks. I'm gonna bring up the league overview.
Yeah.
Check out the ladder.
Eels. Head draw. So they have Eels, Penrith, Sharks, Raiders, Storm. Eels. Penrith. What?
Yeah. It's fucking brutal.
Wow.
It's
Played
one of
Penrith
the
twice in 3 weeks.
It's one of the worst
Oh, yeah.
draws I've ever seen. Upcoming. Not good. I've been looking at it because I'm looking at Roosters players to buy in Supercoach, and it's nah, I do not want a piece of them. So, yeah, tough times for Mike down in 11th spot, and it's about to be tough times for his side going forward.
And
yeah.
the Roosters.
Yeah, well, that's his side. That's what I was referring to. Todd's, but thanks for that.
Sorry, yeah, I missed that.
Looking at the ladder, I'm obviously top. King stays king. Yeah, only one loss. About to wipe the floor with Kyle Newman. Make him wish he was still commish. Jared, second, doing good. Chris, absolute pretender. Love you, buddy. Every week that Chris jumps on the pod to listen. Oh, I wonder what the boys are going to say. I might get a good rap.
Yeah.
And we're just fucking Jordan, how's this side keep winning? What a joke. He's a pretender. Poor bloke.
We've had no comments, by the way.
No, I told you, it's bedtime. It's 10:30.
Well, 6 people have seen it. 6 people seen it. So.
Yeah, they saw it and they went straight to bed. They're like, whoa, we got kids. It's too late for this shit. They're like, no.
Shout out to those 6 people, by the way.
Yeah. Hashtag real ones. Yeah. All right, so
If
Chris.
you're still listening.
Well, they're not listening. They stopped watching. They're just whatever. They saw the post and they were just nah, not about it. Rhett, 4th. So the dream is still alive. Marcel, yourself, mate. How do you feel about being in 6th with the you've got the second most points scored after myself,
I do.
and you're down at 6th.
I do. But I've also considered quite a few. So
I believe that's what they like to call matchup luck, or lack thereof in your case. So,
well, actually, when I look at it, I've got easily, like, you've got the best differential clearly, but there's no one that even comes close to mine.
yeah. Look,
That's frustrating. So
yeah, I've been really good, like with my 4, obviously, but I've also had good matchup luck. With only 3,200 against me. Yeah, so if you look at the most, it's Marcel 3638. And the only person with less points put against them is Chris. So he's basically had as many points put against him as he's put on. So that's where his matchup wins have come from. But yeah. And Kirst, she's down in last. Yeah, she's put on 800 less points than me, 831 to be exact. After 9 rounds.
I think her team's better than Mike's team.
Mike's is terrible. I don't know what he's doing down there in Ulladulla, but he's not defending the title, or not how it should be.
He's on at least a run of 5. Oh no, sorry, no, he's not.
Yeah, he's lost 5 in a row.
Hang on. Yeah, okay, yeah, 5 in a row.
He's the only one who's lost the last 5. So, mate, I'm ruining that loss to Marty because I've been 9 in a row, but there we go. Anyway, we're on less than a minute now, so the stream's about to die any minute now. Any final words, Tots?
Okay. No, mate, just sorry for your upcoming loss, Jesse, and see you all next week.
Cop that. All right, cheers. Thank you, boys and girls. Anyone who's unfortunate enough to watch.